coming down the final stretch. Can the Blue Devils beat the National Federation mark? 8:49.29 the final time. A new national record for Grosse Pointe South. They started the meet by topping the 3,200-meter relay mark in the National High School Sports Record Book. The Grosse Pointe South quartet of Kelsey Schwartz, Ursula Farrow, Haley Meyer, and Hannah Meyer.
Feels great to finally just get out there and run and actually win it. And just went out and we actually did really well.
Yeah, we did really well.
Right?
Yeah.
It was like 8:40 something.
8:48.
8:48. Exactly.
Yeah, national record.
Awesome.
These girls and my whole team and our coaches they're just amazing, and I'm so lucky to be on this team. I'm so thankful, really.
I really wanted to go here, and I was trying to choose like which schools to go to, but I'm so glad I went to this school.
We also wanted to try to set the national record best we could, and we tried our best today, and we did. We got an 8:48, which is a national record, and we're really proud of ourselves and each other.
And it got better from there as the Blue Devils captured their second straight Lower Peninsula Division I girls track and field title at East Kentwood High School.
Our girls were so ready today. They did an extraordinary job of preparing all season long, especially the last couple weeks of the season, and it was just a delight to see them perform out on the track. Definitely the standards are set and the bars raised when you have some phenomenal national level runners setting those standards. Above all else though, those girls along with our whole team are extremely unselfish. They're so team oriented. Everything they do is for their teammates, and I love seeing that. I love being their coach because of that.
And the young Blue Devils got junior Hannah Meyer to defend her titles in the 1,600 and 800-meter runs, winning the 800 for the third straight year. And she anchored the winning 1,600 relay team to put the final touch on the team victory. The River Rats of Ann Arbor Huron stayed in the title chase all day with a great performance from senior Cindy O'Feely, who finished her prep career by winning the 100-meter dash and the 100 and 300 hurdles, and by anchoring Huron's 800-meter relay effort. The Ann Arbor squad captured a strong second-place finish. Two records were set in the field events at the finals. Kiana Ingram of Southfield Lathrop tied a Division I mark in winning the high jump with an effort of 5'9".
I was really excited. I was just thinking while I was doing my approach and jumping, I gotta get it. And for 5'9", it was pretty hard. I know what I gotta do to fix it. I know what's what, and I'm gonna be jumping 5'11".
In the long jump, Sierra Pryor of Jackson joined her father Courtney in the track and field finals record book with a 19-foot performance. The other record-setting performance at the finals came from Erin Finn of West Bloomfield, who shaved nearly 5 seconds off the mark in the 3,200 with a time of 3:53.9. In the boys' Lower Peninsula Division I finale at East Kentwood, it came down to a four-way battle between Lake Orion, Grand Blanc, Saline, and Milford for the top spot. The meet came down to its final event, the 1,600-meter relay, with Lake Orion and Saline running in the fast heat, and Milford turning in the fastest time in the regionals. And in a tight finish, it was Nick Balovich of Lake Orion giving the Dragons the victory in the last race of the day, and Lake Orion 50 points in its first ever MHSAA track and field crown.
The race, I don't really remember my part, but I remember these three put me in position to win, so I really owe it to them. But came around the curve, and at the end, it's my last race ever. I'm not gonna lose, so I'm gonna wait till Ford starts crying, then we'll really feel it.
So that was our motto, 47 days.
You got it done today, Coach. How you feel?
Elated.
Grand Blanc's Bobcats had the lead going into the final event, but couldn't score in the 1,600 relay. But their 44 points were still good enough for a second-place finish, the school's best placing ever at the finals. No records were set at the finals, but the hurdles titles were successfully defended. Drake Johnson of Ann Arbor Pioneer capped his career as a three-time victor in the 110-meter high hurdles, beating out Ross Williams of Birmingham Groves at the tape, and a winning time of 14:24. And in the 300-meter intermediate hurdles, Ja'Cory Lipsy of Portage Northern won that event for the second straight year with a time of 38.83. Historic Houseman Field near downtown Grand Rapids played host to the Lower Peninsula Division II Track and Field Finals. And the boys' meet came down to a battle of speed merchants from Lansing Sexton and Auburn Hills Avondale. Kyle Redwine taking a victory in the 100-meter dash, anchoring the 400-meter relay, and Nathan Chapman winning the 400-meter dash. The Yellow Jackets had a seemingly commanding lead midway through the afternoon's final races, but Sexton made it close. David Washington captured the title in the 300 hurdles, and Sexton had a shot going into the final race of the day, the 1600 relay, where the Big Reds would have to finish first, and Avondale would need to finish 7th or 8th. Sexton won its second relay of the day with Kendall Jackson anchoring the 1600 and running the first leg of the 800 event. But Avondale was up to the task, bringing home the final leg for the Yellow Jackets' second-place finish and its first ever MHSAA Track and Field Championship. The only individual to successfully defend a title from 2011 was Marine City's Jamie Salisbury, who did so by setting a D2 meet record in the pole vault by going 16-1. And Cedar Springs junior Connor Mora did the west side of the state proud, coming into the meet with the fastest regional times in both the 800 and 1600 meter runs, and then capturing the gold in both events. There was plenty to go bananas about in the Division II girls final. All kinds of multiple winners and repeat champions, and for the first time in the history of the division, co-champions. Fireworks began in the field events, where Detroit Country Day's Brittany Mann dominated the discus with a winning toss of 156.8, and then captured the shot put with a throw of 41.11, winning both events for the second straight year. Tori DeSera of DeWitt captured both the 100 and 300 meter hurdle titles, repeating in the 300 lows. Sarah Barron of Pontiac Notre Dame Prep was victorious in 2 events as well, the 1600 and 800 meter run. She set a new Division II final meet record of 451.67 in the 1600 and won for the second straight year in the 800. And it didn't stop there. Sydney Curitan of Detroit Country Day won the 100 meter dash for the second time in her career, breaking her own Division II record set 2 years ago with a time of 11.9. Curitan would also anchor the Yellow Jackets' winning effort in the 400 relay and run a leg of a victorious 800 relay. The last record of the day came in the longest run of the day, where Allendale's Allie Wiersma, who had won the event in 3 previous years in Division III, became only the 7th individual to capture an event 4 straight years in the girls' Lower Peninsula Finals. And she did so by running a record time of 10:40.22. Oh yeah, and the chase for the team title was exciting too. Winning 6 events, Country Day led the meet with 60 points with 5 events to go before Dearborn Divine Child scored 24 points to 0 for the Yellow Jackets over the next span to create co-champions. Junior Paige Patterson, who had the fastest qualifying time for the regionals, won the 200 meter dash, and it came down to the final event of the day, the 1600 relay, where the Falcons would have to win the event to have a chance, and all Country Day had to do was place in the top 8. Patterson anchored the Divine Child team in the 1600, and the Falcons won the fast heat and tied the meet when Country Day was less than 7/10 of a second out of an 8th place finish in the event. So the 2 teams, which had swapped top spots the past 2 years, each went home with a piece of the gold. Country Day with its 7th title overall, and Divine Child with its 2nd.